Hey everyone, Pat Laverne from consultingbootcamp.co. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is super important, and this is how to find more leads and clients so that you can grow your consulting or your coaching business. All right. So in this video, I'll cover 5 steps, the 5 steps you need to go through if you want to just basically make more money and get more clients and have more impact. Right? So the first step is understanding who your client is. If you don't know who your clients are, it's going to be very hard to do business with them. So understanding where they are, who they are, then understanding where they are. Like that's step number 2. Where can you find these people? Step number 3 is how do you connect with them, right? Because at one point you're going to have to be able to connect with them. Then how do you provide value? Because let's face it, strangers, the name says it. They don't know you. They're strangers. So why should they trust you? Providing value. So we'll talk about that. And number 5, how do you bring them on a phone call so that you can make your offer? Right? Very simple. 5 steps. So let's dig right into it. First step, why focus on one client? Right? If you're starting right now, chances are that you don't have a really big marketing team working for you, or you don't even have a marketing team, right? It's just you. That's okay. You're a solopreneur. You're starting out. Perfect. And chances are you don't have a lot of money either, right? You don't have like hundreds of thousands of dollars that you can throw in a marketing budget. So probably you won't be looking into making like ads on Google, Facebook, YouTube. It's just you and your grit, your energy, your creativity, your message, your voice. It's you, and that's enough. However, if you're chasing everyone at the same time, if you're trying to be a generalist, right, and that's a big mistake that most people are doing, well, it won't work. Because if you just say, hey, I'm a high performance coach, or hey, I'm a strategic marketing consultant, well, guess what? There are hundreds of thousands of such people, if not millions of such people out there. Everyone makes that mistake. They build a little website, they go under LinkedIn and they list, their accomplishments or whatever, their expertise, their diploma. Everyone does that. So that doesn't work. What does work is if you focus on one ideal client. Who do you want to work with? Like really, like who's the one client you want to work with? And don't worry, if there's one, there's 1,000, there's 10,000 of those, okay? So who do you really want to work with? And what's the big problem that they have? That's step number 1. If you want more clients, you need to niche down. You need to specialize. You need to become an expert at that one thing. And don't worry about feeling like this is going to be boring, because you can get really creative. It won't get boring. Trust me on this. But you're just starting. So you know what? Like, I'm not asking you to marry yourself to a niche or to a specific type of people to work with. But to get started, you should totally zoom in. So what's the big problem out there that one person has, right? Once you've got that, step number 2 is, where can you find that person? Do they hang out on LinkedIn? Do they hang out on Facebook? Do they hang out on Instagram? Or maybe they don't hang out on social media at all. Like if you're going for grandparents, like people who are like 70 plus years old, maybe they are not well, probably they are on Facebook now. Everyone's on Facebook, right? But you get my point. You need to understand. Step number 2 is you need to stop being reactive. You need to stop thinking that if you set up a website, they will come. This is not Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, right? It doesn't work like that. You're going to have to go to people. So the step number 2 is go where they are, right? So for example, for me, people are on LinkedIn and Facebook. So I'm very present on LinkedIn and Facebook, and I actually like connect with them. And that's my step number 3. Once you know who you're going after and you know where they hang out, go to them, connect with them, start conversations with them, right? Great things happen when you have a conversation. So it starts like that. So you want to connect with them, and you want to connect with them both in quality and in quantity, right? So if you're connecting with, let's say, 2 or 3 people a day, then okay, you whoopsie-doo, but there's one stat that is really interesting here. And at any given time in the market, 97% of the market is not ready to buy. So even if you do choose to work with a specific group of people, today, 97% of them are not quite ready to seek your help to help them solve the problem. It's just not the right moment for them. So if you connect with just 2 or 3 people a day, well, to get to that 100, it's going to take you, let's say, 50 days, just so that you have an opportunity to have a conversation with 3 people. And that's where people make a big mistake. The quantity is not there. So they connect with the right people, but not with enough of the right people. So make sure that you can really ramp this up. You should be connecting with 100 plus people a day. And if you have any questions on how to do that quickly, reach out, because we'll talk about that. But the people in my program, in the consulting bootcamp, we reach out to 150 people every day. So we've got the quantity, but we also have the quality. We know exactly who we're going after. So that's step number 3. Step number 4 is providing value upfront. Even before someone becomes a customer, they don't know you. You got to kind of like get out of that obscurity that you're in, or this anonymity. You're anonymous to them. They don't know you. They don't trust you, right? So how do you position yourself so that you become top of mind for them, so that when they have a problem that they know you can solve, they come to you instead of going on Google and looking for someone, instead of going to someone else? The best way to do this is to provide value upfront. And I'm talking about consistently. You want to be like a lighthouse. See yourself as a lighthouse, right? By the ocean, the boat's like in the middle of the night, like on a rocky ocean, right? There's bad conditions happening, and there's rocks by the shore, and the boats are basically looking for the lighthouse to guide them. You want to be the lighthouse, and just like a lighthouse, you want to be on every day. If you go online, let's say your people are on LinkedIn, and you just shine your light once a week, people will find another lighthouse, a lighthouse that's more reliable. And when they are ready to purchase, it won't be with you. It's going to be with the other guy, the other girl, right? So you want to provide value up front. When you do this, people will be like, holy shit, like that, this guy, Pat, is really cool. Like, he's been helping me so much. He doesn't even know me. That's so cool. And my credibility and my authority will just go up with that one person. Right? And now, because I'm adding a lot of people, I'm connecting with a lot of people, and I'm putting myself out there, there's more and more people who sees my stuff, right? So and plus, on the plus side, bonus, I'm serving, I'm helping, I feel great. And I don't get rusty. A lot of people like, hey, Pat, my last client was like 6 months ago or 3 months ago. I'm not even sure anymore if I can really help people. I'm getting rusty. Yeah, well, you know what? Like, help people, even those who don't pay you, right? Provide value, like send them in the right direction. And when they need more, like, tell them the what, show them the what, the way. But when they are ready and they need help with the how, then you're going to be there. That's another pro tip right there. Give the what, and they'll come back and pay for the how, right? So that's step number 4, provide value. Then when you do provide value, what happens is eventually you're going to hit people who are in the 3%. Like, today's the day. Today, like, they have something happens. I call that a trigger. Trigger happens, and they're like, shit, like, I need to fix this. Where's this guy, Pat, that I keep seeing on my feed every single day? And then they're going to start, basically what they'll do is either they'll go and have a look at my LinkedIn profile, or they'll give me a like on one of my posts. And I know that this is a signal. And so what I do is I go back to them like, hey, thanks for stopping by my profile, or thanks for commenting on my post today. How's everything going? Pat, I've been following you for 6 months. Now is the time. I am ready to have a conversation with you. How does it work? I want to join your consulting bootcamp. And just like that, you book a call, you bring the person in. And the cool thing is, these calls are really great because people now, they know you. It's not cold. They're not even a stranger anymore. Like, I don't know them, but they know me because they've been following like all my stuff, right? And that's so cool. So these are the 5 steps. Focus on one client, go like find where they hang out, connect with them, provide value up front, and then you basically make your offer. You connect with them and you make your offer. And it's going to work with some, it won't work with all, but that's okay. It's a numbers game, right? So when it comes to trying to find clients or find more leads, it shouldn't all be that complicated. It has nothing to do with building a website. I never even talked about building a website. You don't even need that when you start. Actually, to get to your first, let's say 10 or 15K a month recurring revenue, you don't need a website, right? For me, my first 10 months, I made 100K in my first 10 months of consulting without a website, just LinkedIn. That's all I needed. And it's the same for you. So if you want more info, if you're looking for help, if you're trying to get to like that $10,000 a month, if not more, maybe the consulting bootcamp is for you. So there's links below, but you know what? Like, have a look. But if you're interested, we can just hop on a call and we can talk about where you're at. I want to see where you're at. So talk about your current situation, but I want to understand like where you're trying to go and maybe what's holding you back. And I'll tell you right away, like what's broken with your business and what you should fix. And then if I feel like we're a good fit, I can tell you how we could go there together. No strings attached. It's completely free. I'll put the link below. All right. So I wish you guys an amazing day. Follow these 5 steps and you will make more money. Guaranteed. Have a great one.